Hello, civil engineers. Welcome back to the lecture. So, in this lecture, we'll start with the first activity that we are going to do and how to prepare the bill of quantities. Okay. One thing I want to add here when we started with the quantity takeoff, one thing I did not explain you initially, that is about the site clearance. Like initially, we started with the earthwork excavation, right? But whenever you start with any project, okay, the first activity that you're supposed to do, this is already explained in my construction methodology course, is about the site clearance, right? Directly you cannot do the center line marking here. Center line marking will be done once you have a very good ground where there is no vegetation and all. But initially you don't get a clear land, so what you do is you do a surface cleaning here, which is called a site clearance. So whenever you do a site clearance, you are making the equipment, or let us say the machinery to work. That means there is a resource being utilized, so the contractor has to get paid even for this, right? No one is going to do all these things for free. So you'll be having a rate for that. You'll be having a quantity that is required to be cleaned. And for that, the contractor will get paid by the client. So that quantity we are supposed to calculate now. Okay, great. So what I'll do is I'll take with one drawing that I have. If you remember, for the interior work and all, that is for brick work, block work and all, I'd explain to this particular drawing, isn't it? So one thing you remember, this is our proposed construction site. Okay. If you see this drawing, or I can make one more drawing, for example, let us say if this is my entire plot. Okay, this is a entire plot. I'll do it in this way. Yeah, this is the entire plot what I have. Okay, great. So in this plot where my construction is happening, let us say my construction is happening somewhere here. Okay, so this will be my plot area. Okay, this is my construction area. This is my total plot area. This is a construction area what I have. Okay, so whenever I want to do any construction, this will be my construction area. So I want to clean only this surface. Usually we clean only this surface. Okay, this much surface cleaning is enough. Okay, so what we are supposed to do, we should know what is the length of this. We should know what is the breadth of this. If I multiply both, I'll get the area. That area itself will my clearing area. That area itself will help me to get the quantity. And for that, I'll multiply by the rate. I'll get the total quantity that is required, or the total cost that will be involved here, right? Very simple. This much you understood. Yeah. So now what I'll do, I'll go with the drawing now. So this is a drawing what I have, and this is a plan. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll take the distance from outer to outer, because since this is my proposed construction of ground floor and first floor, I want to take the length from this end to this end, and from this end to this end. And if I multiply both, I'll get the total area where the ground clearance has to be done, or ground cleaning has to be done. Very simple, no? So I'll come here. You people have this drawing with you. I already given you. So take the dimension from outer to outer. From this column outer, I'll go with it. From this column outer to this column outer. Already it's taken, but still I'll take once again. So how much it is? 9.91 meter. Good. So breadth is done. Along the length, I'll go now. So along the length, again, you will come from this end, and from up to this end, you are going to do, right? Up to this end, you are going to find. So this will come out to be how much? 14.40. So this will be 14.40. So you got both the thing, that is 9.91. I'll write it here. 9.91, and that is 14.40. Just multiply both the thing. You'll get the total area, how much from where the cleaning should happen. So I'll do 9.91 multiply by 14.40. This will come out to me 142.704, and the unit will be in square meter. Good. So you got the unit, and if you come directly to the SOR, okay, or in the DAR, that rate is directly given. If you want, okay, anyhow, we need to search here. Yeah, earthwork is there. Before that, the cleaning activity will be there. Okay, let me come here. I'll check from here. What is it written? Okay, fine. So it is 2.28 I've written. Okay, let me search for 2.28. Yeah, so it is written. Can you see here? Surface dressing of the ground includes, it will be here. Okay, yeah, surface dressing of the ground including removing the vegetation and inequalities not exceeding 15 centimeter deep, and disposal of rubbish lead up to 50 meter and lift up to 1.5 meter in all kind of soil. What is the unit? It is in square meter. And you know what is the answer we have got? We have got the answer in square meter. So directly this value I'm going to input, and rate, if I take 28.15 directly from this particular thing, if I multiply, I'll get the total cost, how much the contractor will get paid from the client. This much is simple. But practically what happens is that this is not the actual area. Okay. So I'll go back to this drawing now. Whatever area I told, that is right. But whenever, if this is my plot area, if my construction is only this much, you bring the raw materials and all, no? For example, I'll do it here. Yeah. So this much is that, okay, area what I got. But directly, whenever you start with the construction, you bring the raw materials. Like what all raw materials you require? You require cement, you require sand, you require aggregate, then you require steel, and lot of raw materials you bring. But where do you keep it? You cannot keep it inside, because if you keep it inside, you cannot do the construction. So usually, according to the CPWD code book, and usually according to the construction practice, what we do, the code says that, or the normal practice, what we do is, we take an offset of 1 meter on all the four sides. That means from the end of this boundary, I'll take 1 meter. From the end of this boundary, I'll take 1 meter. Okay. From here, I'll take 1 meter. 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 That means from all the four sides, I'll take 1 meter extra. And this 1 meter extra, I'll utilize to keep my cement, sand, aggregate, and steel. That means the real area where my cleaning should happen is not the orange color one. It will be this one, right? It will be this actual area. Okay. And whatever offset you can see here, or everything is 1 meter offset. So this will be a 1 meter offset. Okay. 1 meter from here, 1 meter from here, 1 meter from here, and 1 meter from here. This much is clear? Good. So what you're supposed to do? Nothing. Whatever length you got, 9.91. So this was my 9.91. I'll write here. This was my 9.91. But now I'll not take this 9.91. I'll add +1 on this side. I'll write 1 meter for this side. And I'll write 1 meter on here. So I'll just add it. And that will be my total breadth. Similarly, coming to the length side, 14.40. So this was my 14.40. Right? This was my 14.40. But now what I'll do, I'll add 1 meter from this side and 1 meter from this side. Got it? So that is what you're supposed to do now. Okay. Very simple. Yeah. So what we can do is directly in the Excel sheet, I'll go now. Okay. I'll delete everything. Let me go to the this one only, abstract sheet. Okay. And there itself, I'll do the input. Or you can make it separately. Yeah. Here below, above the earthwork, I'll write here surface cleaning. Okay. You can also write surface cleaning. Okay. And the unit will be in square meter. Square meter. Okay. Number of member is only 1. What is the length? So length, I'll just bring back this. Yeah, I'll start from here. Length will be 9.91 is actual length what I have. Okay. 9.91. 9.91 plus 1 meter on the left side plus 1 meter on the right side I'll take. Okay. Fine. 11.91. Similarly, on the length, it was 14.40. 14.40. See, you can interchange. Okay, I took length for 11.91 and breadth 14.40. You can interchange also, but it's okay. Anyhow, if you want to make it correct, I'll go with that only. No issues. Okay, what length will be? The bigger will be length always. So 14.40 plus 1 I'll do. Okay, simple. Length you got 16.4 meter, and towards the breadth it is 9.91 plus 1 meter on the left side. Okay, this 1 meter plus 1 meter on the right side. Simple. So you got the length, you got the breadth. Anyhow, thickness we don't have because it is in area. So quantity will be length, you multiply by breadth, you'll get the total area. So it will be 195, and total quantity will be 195 multiplied by 1. Yeah. So the total clearance, surface cleaning that is going to happen on this particular site will be how much? It will be 195.324 square meter. This much is understood? Yeah. But actually, we did all the estimation on this project, if you remember. So this was a project, this was a project I took for interior. You can even take this. You just need to understand the concept. But anyhow, when I explained you with my classes for foundation and all, we had taken this particular plan, and this was a plan which I had shown you initially. If you want to find the area for this, that also can be done. I already found it. So this length I have got 14 point, you see, from this outer I am taking to this outer I am taking. It is 14 point, it is in mm now. So it is 14.482. I'll write it here. Okay. It will be 14.482 meter. Okay. Here it is given in mm, I written in meter. So my length is done. I'll check the other side. Again, you come here, you take the dimension. Outer to outer, you have to take. Okay. So outer means from this outer, from this outer to this outer, I'll take. I'll measure it. Already I've measured it. Let me measure it once again. Yeah. So this outer, I'll take. Till this outer, I'll go. Okay. Fine. What is the length I'm getting? So it is 21,300, which means 21.3 meter. So I'll write here 21.3 meter again. I'll write here 21.30 meter cross 14.482 meter. This much is understood. Okay, fine. For this particular project, if I want to do, I'll do the same thing. Again, the concept remains the same. This is a plot area what we have. I mean, this is a boundary what we have. This is a place where the construction will happen. So in this much area, your construction will happen. So you will not store any raw materials in this place. Okay. You will not store any raw materials in this place. So what you do, you take offset on all the four sides. So this is the offset you take. Yeah. So 1 meter extra from this side. Okay. 1 meter extra from this side. You will store the material. 1 meter extra from this side and 1 meter extra from this side. So now if you add 1 meter along the length and along the width, 1 meter, that is 2 meter each along the length and along the width, you get the total side clearance area, because you are going to clean this area. Only then you can store your raw material. If you don't clean this area, if you directly store your raw material, what will happen? You are actually storing in the place where there is lot of mud and all. Okay. There's a lot of mud and all. So you are going to clean that area also. Maybe you can put certain PCC bed, and over that you can stack your material. That can be done. Okay. So that is the main intention of doing the side clearance and taking that extra 1 meter on all the four sides. Okay. Got it? No? I think most of the things I've explained. Now you may ask me, sir, let us say I have one plot. Sir, I have one plot. This is a plot what I have, sir. And I did my construction. I started my construction from this side. This was the construction what I did. Okay. This was the construction what I did, sir. This complete length I utilize. Then what shall I do? Because from here I don't have any, because my plot boundary itself this one, and I did my construction on the outer side. So this side I cannot take 1 meter, sir. This side also I cannot take 1 meter. This side also I cannot take 1 meter. Then no problem. You will have certain space in this area, right? You utilize this space and do the calculation. But one thing remember, the client is going to pay you only for 1 meter extra. Now you cannot tell I have done extra cleaning here. No. The client is not going to pay you. The client says that, see, I will give you 1 meter from this side, 1 meter, 1 meter and 1 meter. Within this, you have to store your material. Now, tomorrow, you cannot come and tell me, or you cannot claim a bill saying that I did 4 meter from this side, 4 meter from this side, 4 meter from this side, 4 meter from this side. And for that, you have to pay me. No, the client will never pay you for that. So these things will be written in the in the tender documents. They are going to write it. But the normal construction practice is 1 meter from all the four sides. If you don't have space, no problem. Wherever you have space, there you utilize it. But when it comes to this thing, building, you're supposed to take 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, and for that only they are going to pay you. Okay, this much is understood. Yeah, I think what was the distance we had taken? Yeah, okay, it is 21.30. If you want, I'll do for that also. We can take any value, no issues. I'll go back here. Here I'll write again. Okay, this is the real area what we are supposed to take. So it will be 21.30 plus 1 meter plus 1 meter I'll do on both the side. And along this part it is 14.482 plus 1 plus 1. Okay, great. So the total area will be this multiplied by this. So it is with 384 square meter. So what I'll do, when I prepare the BOQ, I'll take this area, because this is actually the project where I did all my calculation for excavation and all. So that is why I'll go with 384. 195 was for the interior part. You can take whichever project you're following, not an issue. But I'll go with 384. Okay, great. Up to here, your concepts are clear. You understood how the surface cleaning has to be done. So next what we'll do, we'll go back, we'll prepare a sheet now. So how do you prepare a sheet? Simply you copy everything from here and input here. Okay. This much you can do now. Okay. Then you create one more text or one more row and write bill of quantities. These things you can do. Then you have to write serial number, SOR is schedule of rate number, description, units, quantity, rate, total amount. This is what you're supposed to do. Try to do it. It's very simple. So first thing what we can write is surface dressing. Now, how do you write? Very simple. So just understand this number, okay? 2.28. So you will be having this code book I have given you. Write control F there and write 2.28 and say search. So moment you search, you get all these things. This is that code number. Or instead of writing SOR number, you can even write here code number. But I have written schedule of rate number. You can even write here code number. Okay. Code number, that also you can write, not an issue, but mention which code you are referring. Simple. Okay. So 2.28 is a code number. Come here and just copy the same thing from here. Up to here, you copy. Say, yeah. Yeah. Copy the same thing. Okay. Up to here, you copy it. Say Control C. Come and paste it here. Very simple. This is how you are supposed to practice. I'll just paste somewhere here. Just paste it and then you can drag it and make it in a single line. Okay. Same thing I've done here. Surface dressing of the ground, including removing the vegetation and inequalities not exceeding 15 centimeter. That means you'll not do the cleaning below 15 centimeter. That is below 150 deep, you're not going. And your lead is up to 50 meter and lift is up to 1.5 meter. All kinds of soil. So all kinds of soil means, see, in soil we have classification, hard soil, soft soil and all. You can see all kind of soil. Then your ordinary rock, you have hard rock and all. But when you do this cleaning, they have written for all kinds of soil. The unit is in square meter and the rate is 28.15. Just come here. Okay. Write the unit in square meter. Again, you have to write this all kind of soil. So it is 2.28.1. That is a subdivision of that. If you see here, again, you can see subdivision 2.28.1. The same thing you have to write. Write all kinds of soil, square meter. Do the same thing. Okay. All kinds of soil, square meter. Quantity, what I'll do, I can directly input here whatever value I got, or I can interlink my Excel sheet. That also we can do. Write for, okay, and coming to the rate. So rate, what I'll do, I'll sometimes I'll take rate directly from here. Sometimes I'll give my own rate. If you want to take the rate directly from the SOR, take the rate. It's given 28.15 rupees. Come here, just input 28.15. Okay. Okay. From rate analysis I've taken. No, I'll directly write 28.15, isn't it? Let me verify. Yeah, 28.15. This is understood. No? Rate I've done. Now come to the quantity. So quantity, what you can do, you just plus here. You can put plus here, plus. And now go back to that sheet here. Where was the sheet which we created? That is foundation estimation, right? And you just click on this and say enter. Directly your Excel sheet will take that rate, 384. Or even you can write 384 here. I'll write 384. And also I'll write rate also. I'll tell you how it has to be done. I'll write 28.15. Now amount will be what? Just multiply both the thing. That is rate multiply by quantity will give me the rate. So the contractor is going to charge you around 10,809 rupees if he wants to do the site clearance, okay, for 384 square meter. Now the magic in Excel sheet of interlinking the Excel sheet is that tomorrow, let us say, somewhere in the drawing something happened. Maybe whatever area you had that got increased, and instead of 384, let us say I'll increase one thing here, okay. Instead of this, I'll write another 5 meter. So instead of 384, I'll write another 5 meter here. What happened? It came out to be 500. Now the moment it came out 500 here, right? So you can see in your this thing BOQ that will get updated. See here 500 has updated, but whereas here it is not updated because manually I had done the input. But whereas here what I did, I had interlink. How do you interlink? Very simple. Come here, click on plus. Okay. Now go back to the sheet where you have that. I'll go back to the foundation estimation and I'll interlink here. That is 500. I'll click on this 500 and I'll say enter. Done. 500 will come. Very simple. Now, if you do any changes here, automatically it will reflect it and automatically there will be fluctuation in the rate. So that is how you're supposed to do it. So always better you try to interlink. Just in case if you cannot, you can even write it down. Not an issue. Okay. It's not that you have to interlink It's not that all the time you have to interlink. Even if you don't interlink also, it's okay, not an issue. Okay, and yeah, I'll go back to the original one. That was 384. Now again, it will get updated here. Yeah, you can say 384. Accordingly, I'll put the rate now. I'll delete all these things not required. Yeah, finally, what will be the rate? 384. I'll multiply by 28.150. So 10,810 rupees is what we are supposed to pay the contractor. Got it, right? Yeah. So this rate, whatever I've put it directly from the SOR. But now, if you know, if you're working as a contractor, or if you know any contractor, just go and speak to him. Like, if this much area I have for cleaning, what is the cost that you're going to take? Now, the contractor may say that we usually charge 20 rupees per square meter. Accordingly, you do your BOQ. Okay. So this rate completely keeps on fluctuating. I'm already telling you. So this is not the final. It will vary from place to place, city to city, from one country to another country. Okay, so whatever your contractor is taking, that rate you need to input here. But right now I directly taken from SR. That is also correct, not an issue. Okay, great. So up to here, try to prepare your Excel sheet. So okay, I hope you can make all these things, because already I've explained you many times how it has to be done. Okay, and from where you have to take this, that is also explained. So just observe, you have to go to the DSR. You have to go to the DSR, that is 2021 volume 1. And if you write control F, you have to say control F together. Okay, so control F. So then this will open up and input 2.28 and say next. So that will pop up, and this is to just copy from here, input from there. Then this will be 2.28.1, all kinds of soil. Unit will be square meter. You can directly take the rate from here. Else, whatever rate your contract is charging in your area, try to input that rate, and that is fine. Okay. So we'll see you back in the next lecture. Thank you.